On the evening of November 22, 1910, a secret rendezvous was held in Hoboken, New Jersey, right across the river from Manhattan, by some of the most powerful men in America. Together, they represented 1/6 of the wealth of the world. Picture a party of the nation's greatest bankers stealing out of New York on a private railroad car under the cover of darkness, stealthily riding hundreds of miles south, embarking on a mysterious launch, sneaking onto an island deserted by all but a few servants, living there a full week under such rigid secrecy that the names of not one of them was once mentioned, lest the servants learn the identity and disclose to the world this strangest, most secret expedition in the history of American finance. The utmost secrecy was enjoined upon all. The public must not glean a hint of what was to be done. Senator Aldrich notified each one to go quietly into a private car of which the railroad had received orders to draw up onto an unfrequented platform. Bertie Charles Forbes, the founder of Forbes magazine. They were not to use their names, either of themselves or the others en route or while there. Their destination was Jekyll Island. Who were these financiers? Senator Nelson Aldrich, the head of the National Monetary Commission. A. Piatt Andrew, the Assistant Secretary of the Treasury. Frank Vanderlip, President of the National City Bank of New York. Henry P. Davidson, the Senior Partner of J.P. Morgan and Company. Charles D. Norton, President of the First National Bank of New York. Benjamin Strong, the personal assistant of J.P. Morgan. And Paul Warburg, a recently naturalized immigrant from Germany who had joined the banking house of Kuhn, Loeb and Company, New York, as a partner earning $500,000 a year. He was the first head of the Fed and most responsible for authoring the Aldrich Plan, later proposed as the Federal Reserve System. Such was the need for the secrecy that the members of the party agreed, before arriving at Jekyll Island, that no last names would be used at any time during their 2-week stay. The group later referred to themselves as the First Name Club, as the last names of Warburg, Strong, Vanderlip, and the others were prohibited during their stay. The customary attendants had been given 2 weeks' vacation from the club, and new servants brought in from the mainland for this occasion, who did not know the names of any of those present. Even if they had been interrogated after the Aldrich party went back to New York, they could not have given the names. This arrangement proved to be so satisfactory that the members, limited to those who had actually been present at Jekyll Island, later had a number of informal get-togethers in New York. Warburg is the link that binds the Aldrich system and the present system together. He, more than any one man, has made the system possible as a working reality. The Jekyll Island Club was chosen as the place to draft the plan for the control of the money and credit of the people of the United States, not only because of its isolation, but also because it was the private preserve of the people who were drafting the plan. Why all this secrecy? Why under the cover of darkness? Why change their names? Because the American people would not approve of what was happening here, and these principals knew it. Americans were solely distrustful of a central bank system, a distrust that went all the way back to George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, and Thomas Jefferson. Hamilton wanted a central bank after the European model. Thomas Jefferson did not. James Madison did not. Andrew Jackson did not. Abraham Lincoln did not. James Garfield did not. John Kennedy did not. Even the president who signed the bill into law later admitted that he had not known what he was doing, Woodrow Wilson. I am a most unhappy man. I have unwittingly ruined my country. A great industrial nation is controlled by its system of credit. Our system of credit is concentrated. The growth of the nation, therefore, and all our activities are in the hands of a few men. We have come to be one of the worst ruled, one of the most completely controlled and dominated governments in the civilized world. No longer a government by free opinion. No longer a government by conviction and the vote of the majority, but a government by the opinion and duress of a small group of dominant men. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Don Cerow for Athena's Web. Greetings from Jekyll Island, Georgia. Take it easy, everybody.